My name is Sarah and I'm the owner of Spark Talent Agency. So some of you are probably like, whoa, she's young. How did she start and get into this? So how it all started is before I started the agency, I was actually a coach. I taught kids for many years in theater, film, the whole shebang. It kind of started when a bunch of my kiddos started booking jobs, big ones, Broadway, all of it. As this was happening, I went with them to some of the agents up in New York. And when we were meeting them in public, we didn't really get the same vibe that we wanted from an agent. We didn't have somebody that we felt was gonna fight for the kids and always put their best interests at heart. So after being approached by the mom saying, please start your own agency, we want you, I set out to do it. How this also came about is my dad used to be a professional celebrity golf instructor. So my whole life, I've always been around celebrities, directors, casting directors since the age of 6 who would give me advice in the industry. So I went to them as well and said, hey, so here's the deal. My kids are booking a lot of jobs. Their moms want me to be an agent. Do you think I'm ready? They said, yes. Just do it. Just go ahead and open up your own agency. We fully back you and we're going to help you get to where you need to be. You don't need to go work in another agency and just push papers around and sort stuff because you're already doing what other agents do and getting these kids jobs on Broadway and TV shows right now. So now that you've received your contract, you're probably like, whoa, what is this? This looks intense. Well, rest assured, when I made the contract, I made it with the actor in mind. I made this because I used to be an actor and I didn't want to make a contract that I would have been afraid to sign myself. So this contract you are able to get out of within a 30 days written notice. That's all you need. You're not tied and stuck with me for 2 years or a year and a half as some other agencies do, because I believe we are a team. If you don't like the other members on your team and you want out, bye, I'm not stopping you. A few questions you are probably having about Spark Talent. 1, are we affiliated with SAG-AFTRA? Yes, we are in the process of being registered with SAG-AFTRA, but because we are a brand new agency, you have to undergo a process of getting introduced into the system, which can take 8 to 10 months before they give the stamp of approval. So you aren't immediately going to see us on their website right now, but we are following all the rules to make sure we are eventually listed on that page. Number 2, are we on casting networks? Yes. Spark Talent is now, yay, on casting networks. So we get all of the listings on that website. Number 3, are we on Actors Access? Well, at the moment we have applied. We are about 98% done with our application. So any day now, we will be on Actors Access or Breakdown Services to receive breakdowns for those areas. When it comes to receiving breakdowns, we get them for the entire state of Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Georgia. That is our home base and registered territories. We also get breakdowns for California and New York. So according to that, we get a pretty large space of areas that we could provide you with a job. So you're probably wondering, what kind of jobs can Spark Talent get you? Well, Spark Talent covers jobs for commercials, film, television, and some print. We get print jobs for Kohl's, Under Armour, all those sorts of things. Justice. When it comes to film and TV, we get everything. We get Stranger Things. We get brand new movies from 20th Century Fox. It really just depends on what's coming in on my breakdowns for the day. But we get a wide range of stuff that you are probably interested in. Spark Talent costs absolutely nothing. We do not get paid until you get paid. We do not charge you to be on our website. We do not demand that you take classes from us. We do not charge you to go and take pictures from the photographer that we suggest. It is all completely free and you do not owe us any money until you get paid. How our scale breaks down is you get 10% if you are part of the union. It is 15% if you are non-union, and it is 20% for all print work. This is pretty standard. You're going to find it at every agency. How the process works of getting paid in this industry. So, once you finish a project, the production company will mail us a check. We cut our percentage out and then send the rest to you. Now, sometimes it can take 60 to 90 days to get the check from the production company. I wish I could make it faster, but that's how it works. If it is a SAG franchised film, you automatically get paid in 2 weeks. It is a standard and they have to go by that. Now, for all kiddos, they require a work permit. So, for our areas that we cover, we require kids to get a work permit in Texas, Georgia, California, and New York. Now, these are a little tricky to get and they can expire, just like a passport. So it is your job, parents, to stay on top of these things. We give you the paperwork to fill out. It is your job to mail it in and get back to us when you receive the permit number. What this requires us to do is almost no state will allow us to book your child in a role until they have a work permit for that state. Now, some work permits also require that you have a trust or a Coogan account. The best thing I can tell you to do is a lot of the people we know have the most success with going to Wells Fargo. They have a really great one. If you go in and say, hey, I'm trying to get a kids entertainment work permit, I need to set up a trust Coogan account, they're usually able to guide you on which one's going to be the best to set up. Now, it is super, super, super important that you fill out this permit information immediately. These don't just happen overnight. Some of them take 2 weeks, some of them take 30 days. Some of them will surprise you and you'll get an online immediate confirmation. California and New York have to be completed online. Now, for the New York one, you go on and start registration, and then I believe you print off all of these goodies and you have to mail it back. So it's 2 parts. Georgia, they're kind of flipping-flopping back and forth. Sometimes they want you to mail it in, and then sometimes they're trying this new system where you get automatic confirmation. It goes both ways. Texas, if you are under the age of 14, you need a work permit. If you're over, you're good. Now, some agencies don't monitor social media. We do. We know how fast your reputation can be ruined by social media, so we check it. When we take somebody into Spark, we are packaging up this beautiful product. And what you post on your profiles online, even if you're your personal account or your kid's account, really does matter. So we go through this, we go through your pictures with you, we say, take it down. You cannot be offended. We are trying to do what's best for you. I have heard from many of my friends in the industry horror stories of people losing jobs over their social media profiles. I had one agent who told me her client actually booked a job on Stranger Things. They started posting information on social media about the show, about the shoot. While they were taping it, the kid was removed and lost his job after he had already started taping. This is how serious this industry is. So what we demand is that once you book an audition, this happens. You throw it away. Nothing's posted, nothing's mentioned. You can't mention what the audition is for. You can't mention how you can say, yay, had an audition today, it went great. But there cannot be anything about, I had an audition for Stranger Things, it went great, I read for the role of this, here I am inside at the casting, cheese. None of that gets to be posted. Even if you book the job, you aren't allowed to post anything until it comes from Spark Talent first. We know the appropriate time when you can release and announce it, because I have seen it happen many times where you do book a job, you get the part, you tape it, when it comes time for the video to be released, you're not in it. And it looks really silly, and it looks really sad, and your people are like, did you really do this? I don't see you. So we like to make sure we know when is the time. Here you go. We can market it. The credit's done. We have the check. Let's celebrate. You got money. So you have to follow directions. That's what this business is about. You are trying to be an actor who wants to take direction. If you cannot take direction from me and I'm giving you this much of tape against a solid surface and wear a solid colored top and tape horizontally, then you probably are going to fail in this business because you can't listen to these 3 little things. How do I know you're going to listen to what the director says? Okay? You have to be able to take direction and not ask a question when the answer is already stated in what we have given you. Another huge question I get about travel is, well, don't they pay for that for me? No. When you're first starting, the travel is not included in the cost of your pay for the movie, or do they say, hey, we really like you, we're going to fly you out here to California. That's not how it works until you start really cranking it out and making the big bucks. What they will sometimes do, sometimes guys, not all the time, is they will offer you a stipend to get there. Now, this stipend is ridiculous. It's actually very sad. Sometimes it's like $50 that you're like, thank you, I'm going to get to New York for $50. Okay? You have to be responsible for right now at the beginning covering all of your own travel plans to get to an audition. So how our agency is different from other agencies. So we are a boutique agency, so we are not going to take 200 people and one category just for girls at our agency. We are trying to keep it for 50 for each category. So 50 girls, 50 boys, 50 men, 50 women. This does mean that you get a lot more one-on-one attention from us. Now, one great thing I will say about being in a smaller agency is that I will kind of do a comparison for you. If you're at a huge agency where they have 200 people in a category, as an agent, I a lot of times am limited to the number of people that I can submit per role. So sometimes I'm only allowed to send 5 girls that are in the age range of 8 to 10, 8 to 12 at a time. Well, if I only have 50 girls total, and I know I don't have 30 that are all in the age range of 8 to 10, your odds of being sent out are a lot higher with us than, let's say, a huge agency that has 400, 500 girls where they still only get to choose 5. Now, the best way to get a hold of us. So, our office hours are from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now, this does not mean come up there and see me at work, call me, I'm going to answer your call immediately. No, I'm on a deadline just like you when it comes to taping. The best way to get a hold of us is through email or through Facebook Messenger, because you can immediately see, hey, Sarah's Head's there, she read my message. Now, sometimes we are so busy, we cannot stop. I can't even tell you. We get an audition turned in, we have about 45 minutes sometimes to get everybody submitted and know that everybody is confirmed. So we have to kind of sort our priorities throughout the day of this comes first, this comes first, this comes first. And we have to keep shifting them around. So we will see that you called. The best thing to do is if you have something very important is to send us an email and we will see it and we will get back to you as soon as we can. However, we do have lives too, and trust me, Hillary's fiance is not gonna like it if at 10:30 at night she's still responding to you and it's time to go to bed.